Hello everybody, Dimebot here. Back in Elite Dangerous, we are tooling around the asteroid belts of Jura 7 in the Jura system. Just doing a little hunting for nasty pirates. Of course this guy's clean. Why wouldn't he be clean? Probably won't be any pirates here now that I've come looking for something to kill. But that's not really the reason we're here today. The reason we're here is to talk about the upcoming Powerplay update. So Frontier just announced some details on this recently, and the basic gist of Powerplay is that it's going to allow us to join factions, powers basically, an organization that controls a sector of human-occupied space within the game. Now, these are going to be in-game characters such as Senator Petraeus on the Empire side, and they're all going to have their own unique ethos, as the game is calling it. Basically their own morals, values, goals, and motivations. And essentially it's going to turn the galaxy map into a giant strategy game, which is going to be really fun. You can choose to join up with a power, and you can fly missions for them. There will be powers that may be trade-based, some that may be exploration-based, some that may be aggressive and combat-based. And they're going to fight over control of systems in the galaxy and territory. And as you take on missions for them, you'll gain more influence with the power, allowing you each week to help influence the decisions and the path that your power will take. So they're adding really an element of players being able to sculpt the galaxy even further than we already were through the various community events, which, while neat, sometimes the impact wasn't, I guess, as readily apparent or a little abstract. Such as helping to build the space station, things like that, or these combat missions we've had recently where it's go here, kill this number of people because the Empire wants it. This will give us a lot more direct impact. So, for example, one example they gave was, say, a trade power moves into a system. Well, players for that faction, that power, may be tasked with going out and getting certain types of cargo. Players for an opposing power, this guy's wanted, may be tasked with disrupting that by, don't want to fire at him, may be tasked with disrupting that by, intercepting the ships and destroying their cargo. Little things like that. And this is about to be one dead-ass Cobra. So I find that to be very interesting. There's a lot of possibilities they're opening up here for us, and each week you'll be able to go in and vote based on how much influence you have, and they're promising that the top rank players in each power will have massive impact.
Target destroyed.
On how things play out, how they shape up. Where was that anaconda I just saw?
Target shields offline.
You are wanted, aren't you? Yep, that's a Lakon in combat. That's hilarious. Another thing that is going to happen is that we'll be able to get buffs and various perks, maybe cheaper equipment, earlier access to rank ships like the Imperial Clipper and the dropship as rewards from these factions. So really a lot of ways for players, to advance there. Watch where you're going, stupid Fed pilots. Or security pilots, rather. There's an anaconda. It's on our side. So I'm really looking forward to this update. It really is going to put in some things that I've wanted to be in play in Elite for a really long time.
Target shields offline.
Take care of this eagle real quick. The killing power
attack
of the vulture is just insane.
Target shields online.
So there's going to be a screen that you can go to. They're adding additional overlays to the HUDs that we can take a look and see, kind of at a glance, what's going on with our faction, our power, what our power's goals are, kind of what the entire ethos of the power is. So you'll be able to see, also in another screen, an overview. So you'll see the total command available, which will be command capital, which will be basically, from what I can interpret, actions that the faction can take, revenue we're getting from exploited systems, and then the upkeep for those systems. So it's adding a strategy element to the game. The galaxy map is going to be changed to show the boundaries of the factions, which is going to be interesting because, as we all know, Elite is very much a 3D game. You are moving around, up, down, across the galaxy, so it's going to be interesting to see how that actually changes everything. I'm going to jump out here and head for this high-intensity conflict zone. So yeah, I think this is really going to add a lot. This is the next really big update that we're getting past Wings. They had 3 that were promised for this year. They're also going to say, they've also said that we'll have about 20 factions, but that players are going to get a hand in creating new powers. So you could take maybe a minor little force and join with it and help push it up and over the top into becoming a major power in its own right. Now, when they launch this, all of us are going to be able to choose our own factions, and this is going to work in solo play, which will be interesting because this seems like the kind of thing I'd really want to get together with a bunch of people in group or open play in a wing, say especially if we're flying a combat mission to force another power out of a system. But it's going to be in solo play because they are continuing to support that, so it's going to be very interesting, especially the special objectives. So some of the special objectives from the community goals have been a little, I hesitate to say lackluster, but I think that's probably actually the best word for it. So it'll be interesting to see what Frontier comes up with here, and I look forward to becoming part of one of the most powerful factions in the galaxy, because that's just the way I roll. I should probably go turn in some bounties here. That's a lot of money just hanging out. We'll check out this high intensity conflict zone real quick before we do that. So I want to know what you guys think about this change or this update that's coming out, because initially when we saw Powerplay, when everybody data mined it out of the Wings update, is kind of thought that maybe it was going to be a deathmatch arena type thing or something, but no, it actually turns out that it's an entire change to the or addition to the galaxy map, and it's going to give us new options, new overlays, new things to look at in our galaxy map, in our ship's HUD, new missions, new perks, new rewards, just a slew of new stuff that's really going to turn the galaxy simulation into something new, take it to the next level, just aside from what it already is with the minor faction warfare and the economy running in the background. Because if you really think about it, the quote-unquote faction warfare that we've had up until now has really been orchestrated by the team at Frontier as they've run various community goals, especially now I can't think of the name of the system, but where we had the Feds and the Empire at war in the same system. May have been Jura, where I am. And we're about ready to disengage. What do we got here? Nothing I really feel like messing with. This doesn't pay enough. So, guys, I am going to head for Eggleton platform here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, frameshift drive charging. This game is so pretty.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And for those curious, I'll give you a look at the ship this week, because I have changed up the look of my Vulture just a little bit. So we're just rocking the yellow paint job with the skulls and the combat rank on the front of the ship. Pretty much it. Nothing real special. Just a Vulture flying through space. Don't mind me. As a matter of fact, I think this is an opportunity for a very good screenshot, but I've got enough of those. Alright guys, well, that's going to do it for me. So, just let me know what you think about the Powerplay update. Are you excited? What faction are you planning on joining? Leave me a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Name's Dimebot. Later. Like what you saw? Click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Or click on one of these other videos.